She snatched the phone from my hand as if it had insulted her very existence. The screen shattered before it even touched the cold marble floor. "You won't be needing this anymore," she said, her voice dripping with contempt, sharp and cold, like ice scraping glass. Without another word, she turned and walked out of the room, as if everything was already decided, as if I were nothing more than a decorative piece in her polished, gilded life. That night, I stared long and hard at the broken phone. Not because I couldn't afford another, but because it was the last thing I would ever allow her to destroy. By morning, I was gone. No note, no goodbye, no forwarding address. She panicked when she realized what I'd done. Truly panicked. We had met 6 years ago at a high-profile fundraiser for an art gallery, one I could barely afford to enter, let alone donate to. She wore a red silk dress that clung to her like a second skin, a half-smile teasing the corners of her lips, hinting at trouble. I was in a borrowed suit, stitched together with raw ambition. Her name was Sophia Langford Aries, heiress to the Langford Hotel empire. Power walked beside her like a shadow, and people parted when she entered any room. She loved how I listened. I loved how she never needed to ask twice. Our love was like fireworks over ocean cliffs, explosive, breathtaking, intoxicating. Champagne-soaked mornings and jet-setting weekends that felt like a dream. But somewhere between the wedding vows and her father's death, everything shifted. She stopped asking for my opinion and started dictating what I should be. Her wealth wrapped around me like a velvet noose, suffocating and beautiful. A car I didn't own, a house I never chose, a life where I was a well-groomed pet, kept silent and in place. The phone was her final blow, not the first strike, just the last. I let everything slide until that moment. I first found the truth on her tablet, left unlocked, her careless mistake, assuming I wouldn't dare look. The messages weren't just flirtatious. They were filthy, detailed enough to fill volumes. But it wasn't the sexual content that broke me. It was a condescension. He's harmless. Thinks he's clever. He's not. Let him feel like a man. Keeps him from asking questions. They laughed at me, mocking how tame I had become. That night, I didn't confront her. Instead, I cooked her favorite pasta, poured her usual Pinot Noir, and let her sleep beside me as if nothing had changed. But I memorized every word, every tone. And then I began watching. 2 months. That's how long I prepared. I made myself smaller, quieter, duller. The less I mattered, the less she noticed. Meanwhile, I studied her every move. I traced shell companies hidden in her name, uncovered offshore accounts her father had never told her about. She didn't understand the trust as well as she thought. I made it my mission to know every detail, every asset she believed untouchable. I buried under layers of paperwork. Every password she thought I didn't know, I learned, then changed. I recorded every insult, every threat, every time she called me pathetic. Even the night she boasted to her lover that she was too smart to ever get caught, I saved that one in high definition. I met with lawyers she didn't know existed, set up new accounts, moved funds legally out of her reach. I created a hollow version of myself, and then I made that version vanish. When everything was in place, I walked out the door without a backward glance. She tried to trace me, sending her lawyers to call my friends, even her own mother. But I was in the country, not under that name. Anyway, she tried to access the trust. It was frozen. She tried to find a condo in Aspen. It was sold. She attempted to unlock her accounts, but two-step verification failed every time. When she went to the media with crocodile tears, whining about her missing husband, I struck back. I released the recordings, anonymously, strategically, clips of her laughing as she degraded me. Audio of her detailing how she used me to keep her image pristine. Footage of secret dates with her lover, the one she swore never happened. Public sympathy evaporated, replaced by disgust. Within 72 hours, her board pressured her to resign. Her lover denied everything. Her brand was irreparably tarnished. Sophia Langford, once the queen of curated elegance, became a scandal headline with no redemption arc. The final blow came in a plain envelope, hand-delivered with no return address. Inside were divorce papers, signed, finalized in a photo. In it, She sat amid the ruins of our living room, phone in hand, her face pale and hollow. Next to the photo, a note in my handwriting. Asterisk you broke what you could see. I erased what you never noticed. Asterisk. I don't miss her. I miss who I thought she was. But mostly I'm grateful, because betrayal isn't a knife. It's a mirror. It shows you what was always there. She thought I'd crawl. She thought I'd beg. She thought I'd need her. But now she knows the truth. I was quiet, not weak, patient, not passive. And when I left, I didn't just walk away. I took everything.